Welcome to today's video. I'll be talking about the recent statement of change that the government published on the 7th of September 2023. I have all my information here. Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new or seeing my face for the very first time, my name is Faith or Johnny, and on this channel I share my life experience living in the UK. I share latest updates concerning the UK, and I also share story times and talk about other countries as well. So if these are the kind of contents that interest you, hit the subscribe button down below, turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Without saying so much, let's get started. Let's start with number one. I've arranged them according to how I want to talk about them. So number one is parental consent requirements for applicants applying as a dependent child. If applicant is under the age of 18 on the date of the application, you must have a written consent from both parents or one parent if the parent has the sole responsibility for applicant or the legal guardian. And in that written consent, you must also provide contact details of parent or legal guardians and confirm support for all of the following: the application and the applicant's living and care arrangements in the UK. You must also agree to follow the rules here in the UK on child safeguarding. So the age independent life requirements: the child must be under the age of 18 on the date of the application. That's when you're applying for the visa. And the child must not be leading an independent life. If the child is under the age of 18 on the date of the application, there must be a suitable arrangement for that child's care and accommodation in the UK, which must comply with the UK relevant law on child protection. If you are applying to come to the UK on any of this visa, be it domestic worker visa, global business mobility, skilled worker visa, and all the visa, if you're coming to the UK with and you're coming with a child, you must take into account of the safeguarding of that child and promote the welfare of child living in the UK. If you're bringing dependent child to the UK under the age of 18, when this child will rely on you, you also need to prove to the government that you're going to care for them, how you plan on caring for them, where they're going to stay, everything according to the UK law on child safeguarding. They are emphasizing on this because maybe a lot of things are going on and they feel like to put it out there that if you're bringing any child to the UK as either as a guardian or their parents, you will be responsible for that child. You will care for that child. You must abide to all the child safeguarding law in the UK. Most people just sort of bring their sister kids to the UK to now come and stay at home and help them, because we know the UK is not easy. You need all the support you can get, but don't bring a child to this country under the age of 18 where you're supposed to care for them and treat them like a child and start keeping them at home. These changes goes across all the visa that allows you to come to the UK with a child. A person applying for entry clearance to come to the UK on a skilled worker visa must have a valid medical certificate confirming that you have undergone screening, passed your tuberculosis test. Also, if you're bringing your child to the UK on a skilled worker visa, an application which does not meet all valid requirements for a partner or a child of a skilled worker may be rejected as invalid or not considered. So I don't know what they look out for. So now they're trying to let you know that even if you're coming to the UK on a skilled worker visa and if you apply for your partner and your children, if the application does not meet their requirements, I don't know what they look out for. They might reject your partner or children's application. I mean, don't they do that already? This is the last part, which I like so much. Okay, for those of you who have been messaging me asking me that you want to work with the civil service, which of the civil service organizations sponsor workers from overseas, good news for you guys, because the government has included prison workers to be eligible for skilled workers. So the following occupation has been added to the skilled worker eligible occupation list, which is prison service officers like prison custodial officer, prison escort officer, prison officer, and prison warden. These people are now eligible to be sponsored. And you know, prison is part of the civil service body. Okay, so this is like you're going to be working directly with the civil service, which is public sector. So if you're interested, I'm going to leave the link to civil service job websites in the description box below. All you need to do is, when you go on the civil service job website, you want to look for job with the prison agency. Just go under occupation or under agency or industry, just pick prison. You will see a lot of job vacancy, and to be honest, I see a lot of job vacancy for prison jobs. So if you qualify for this job, or you want to work, you want sponsorship, then they are telling you now that they can sponsor. What I don't know is, can they sponsor from overseas? I guess the answer is yes, because if they are putting it boldly that if you want to work in the prisons, you can apply, because now they can sponsor you, that means they are willing to sponsor from overseas. Because if they have all the staff they needed in the UK, they would not put it out here that they've added the occupation to eligible occupation for sponsorship. If you're living in the UK or you're outside the UK, I would say that you should still apply if you are interested. So that is the good news. Okay, I've already mentioned the occupation that are eligible, and the salary is 23,000, 20,000, 18,000, 16,000. So the next one they're talking about is TB test. If you're coming to the UK from a listed country that require to submit certificate and TB test, you must provide a valid TB test. And they said the TB test must be issued from a medical practitioner approved by the Secretary of the State for the purpose of this. So the list of the approved practitioners are listed on gov.uk. You can check them out. Also, the certificate must confirm that the applicant has undergone screening for active tuberculosis and the tuberculosis is not present in the applicant. And also, the certificate must be valid for the period of 6 months immediately after the date of the application, and the certificate must not has expired. So I don't know why they're talking about this. Maybe some people are submitting fake certificates or expired ones, or certificate that is not from the approved practitioner. So if you're applying for a visa to come to the UK, make sure your TB test is from the approved body that the UK has chosen. You can see the list on gov.uk, and also that is valid, it has not expired. Okay, for them to mention this, that means there's something going on, and they just want to put it out there like, you need to do this, you need to do it right. I'm going to leave the link as well in the description box below, so go through it just to, you know, read everything by yourself. So I think the major important part of this new statement of change is just letting you know that, first, if you're coming on a skilled worker visa and you do not provide a valid TB test, and if your relationship requirements with your partner or your child does not meet their relationship requirements, they are likely to reject your visa regardless on the visa you're coming with. So this cuts across all visa category. So make sure when you're submitting your application for your skilled worker visa, student visa, and every other visa, if you're coming with your family, make sure that you show enough proof, or if better still, get a professional or licensed immigration lawyer to help you with your application, so that you meet all the requirements, you have all the documents and all the proof that they need, so that they don't reject your visa, because they are saying that they're going to reject visa. So that's to tell you that if you don't show enough proof, they're going to do that. The other good news is them adding prison jobs to the eligible occupation. Usually civil service agencies that sponsor visa, usually they don't come out to promote it like this, be like, oh yeah, we can sponsor skilled workers. So for them to do this means they need people. So wherever you are, if you're interested in coming to the UK to work in prison, or you have the experience, you're eligible, start applying for jobs with the civil service. So that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. If this video was helpful, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.